Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
To err is human, but to err is also computer.
We'll have to find another test to reveal which of us are secretly bots.
Good morning, Night Vale.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever we find you. I have found myself here, and I am Meg Bashwiner, one of your tri-hosts on this show.
And I'm Hal, and I'm a try-hard.
And I'm Symphony, and I'm right behind you. And we are here to talk to you about Welcome to Night Vale, as we are cast members of the title show. And why? Because we like it. Today is February 25th, 2021. And it's a wild, wild time. So we're here to talk to you about Welcome to Night Vale that came from a better time. Well, not really. 2016.
Yeah. From a very difficult time, but in a different way. Maybe not as difficult. Maybe in some ways more difficult. And I would have read the synopsis right away, but I did that thing where you use your shirt to clean your glasses. And when I did that, my shirt, which I swear I have not been wearing for days and days, made my glasses dirtier. I had to find a microcloth and clean them off.
What's wrong with your shirt?
And that's the kind of behind-the-scenes content you get here at Good Morning Night Vale.
Yikes.
This week's episode is episode 81, after 3327. Night Vale High School's AP Auto Shop teacher demonstrates some of his inventions at the Museum of Forbidden Technologies. Plus, a visit from an adorable puppy, an update on the trial of the century, and a look at the community calendar.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk towards it and about it and for it, during it.
And around
Let's talk near it.
I love how we're just like, plot is just being dropped. Like,
yes,
we're building to something and we're dropping the breadcrumbs in every episode super hard.
It's like a good boy.
Yeah, there's like the...
That sounded gross. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I meant it to be cute, but it was not. It was creepy.
There's Maureen being like, yeah, I think I lead an army. And like,
Yeah.
And the Beagle, we hear about the Beagle. There's the stuff about Harrison Kipp, who's in the desert, and he's like, shit's weird in the desert.
Yeah.
Something's going on out here. So, yeah.
But most importantly to me, I mean, I was going through this as I was listening to this episode. I wasn't reading along, and sometimes my comprehension of what's happening is different when I'm reading it as well as listening. And I was like, NiKola Tesla. This sounds a lot like NiKola Tesla. And then I figured out at the end, yeah, it's kind of an homage to, I don't know, or he goes into a different time. It feels like the universe of Night Vale just like split open for me in my brain. It's like, oh, it's just like another reality because like he goes back, like he might go back and become NiKola Tesla. That's what I am imagining in my brain happens. Do you think that?
I get it. Do you know what's a fun fact about NiKola Tesla?
No.
Is I've not seen a single movie about him that I enjoyed. And I go into every one thinking, I'm going to enjoy this one. And then I realize, none of them were particularly good people. It's the story of Tesla and Edison is the story of two people, you know, Edison, just a famous douchebag. And then, and then Tesla, not a great guy either.
Right.
And, you know, currents.
Sometimes brilliant people are not nice.
Yeah. Direct.
Brilliant people are not nice. But I have to say, I really do appreciate AC Power. I hate to be the one, but it's making my life possible right now and the recording of this show.
Absolutely.
It's our new sponsor.
AC Power.
AC Power.
AC Power. We're going to be direct with you and say that alternating current is the best. See what we did there? AC Power. You have no choice.
Do you want that to turn on? Well, here you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we open on the community calendar.
Mm-hmm.
There's an update on Frank and Barty. It's
Scouts.
Yep. It's a very upsetting description of what they look like.
I know, it's super creepy. They're like, I'm imagining gaunt ghost children with sunken eye, like hollows for eyes, and the long, like dark hair, like a la horror movies. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Very creepy. No wonder no one looks at them. I wouldn't look at them either. Also, take your daughter to work day.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think maybe I did go to take your daughter to work day with my mom one time. Have you ever gone, you guys? Well, not you, Hal. You're not a daughter. But, I mean, did your dad ever take your son to work day? Take your child to work?
I definitely spent a lot of time in the real estate office. And it was so boring.
It didn't have to be a special day.
So boring to me. It's just not for me. Look, full respect to people who do it. And it certainly paid for me to go to college, which is... Can't complain about that, but it was not. I knew at a very young age it was not what I wanted to do with my life at all. I was way more interested in the barrel of toys that he had in his office, which was for any kid that came over, but were just old toys of mine. So I would get to every time I went to the office, it was like I was revisiting old friends. Oh yeah, here are those 3-dimensional letters. They're letter blocks, but they're not blocks. They're actual plastic like cut letters. They look like the old Superman credits from the Richard Donner movies. Those are great. I wonder if I could get and it's very dangerous now for you to bring this up because I go into the place of I wonder if I could find those on eBay and then buy them again because I know one thing that Jennifer would love is a toy from my childhood that serves no function in our lives whatsoever but takes up space in a modestly sized home. What about you, Meg? Did you go to bring your daughter to work day?
I did. Which I think was like, it's such a 80s ladies mom kind of vibe where they're just like, well, if we got to show our daughters that women can work. And I was like, it's just an interesting perspective because that generation of women came from a place where they kind of had a choice whether they were going to work outside the home or not. Whereas my generation of women does not has not afforded the choice of having, for the most part, having a single income household, and having that work out with kids and stuff like that. So I think that it was successful. All the women work now. Except for during the pandemic, when we've been, proved to be expendable from the workforce because we still have to rear the children. Anyway, it's another thing for another time. But yeah, cool. Oh, I meant to say this at the top of the episode, but I didn't. So I was listening to 2 weeks ago's episode, the one that came out the day we're recording this. And I was like so wrong about Melanie Pennington and her timeline, like so confident, like the confidence of like, and I was like, yeah, no, she's been on the show before. She totally hadn't. She had been in the live shows before, which hadn't been released on the feed yet. So like in my head, I was like, yeah, we've been working with Molly playing that role since 2015. Like she's definitely been on the show before.
Right.
But nope.
And that has been corrections.
And I was strong and wrong, and I want to apologize to all of you and to my co-host.
Strong and wrong.
It's fine. You know what? Honestly,
Apology
I was like,
accepted.
Anything could happen. And I'm just like, well, yeah, maybe that is right. I don't know. It's hard to remember. There's been lots of people and mixed in with live shows as well. It's very confusing. So,
it's very easy to conflate what we got to experience, which a limited number of even though the show has a large audience, a limited number of people got to see some of those characters before they were enshrined in podcast canon.
Yeah.
So, but it's easy for, you take a show on the road for a year, and during that time, 24 episodes or 20 episodes of Welcome to Night Vale come out.
Right.
They're coming out concurrently. So it's just, that's, you know what? I reject your apology because it's unnecessary.
Well, you know what?
And I retract the correction and stand by it as fact.
I honestly,
I will issue an apology next episode.
I think it's wonderful when people can apologize. And Cecil is not one of those people, as he continues to be kind of a dick about the fucking credits for Maureen. Maureen could graduate.
Yes.
But no, Cecil's like, well, and he keeps avoiding the situation. Like
yes.
I don't like this look, Cecil.
Yeah.
But
why does he not want to release Maureen from the internship? He's holding her hostage in it. But it's so much so that she's had to go elsewhere for those credits. And a not good place, it sounds like.
No, where she is somehow leading an army or whatever. And he also rubs Dana Cardinal in her face, which I think is very rude.
Yeah. He obviously has he's disconnected and has a disdain in general for the interns in the intern program, because he's willing to send them in harm's way without really thinking about it. And everything he goes through in the prior 80 episodes is generally perfunctory towards the demise of whatever, the intern of the week that was passing away, that had passed away or met some cruel fate. But separate from that, can we take a second and talk about Maureen Johnson's performance as Maureen the intern?
Yeah.
Is so good. It's such a great, it's like right in the pocket for her, and like a part of her sense of humor and like the vibe of her.
Yes.
That is it's so great. And she's like, Maureen's just the best. I love Maureen. And this is a really well-written piece that she knocks out of the park. So it's great to see those two things working together.
Yeah, it really is. It is perfect for her. Because the intern Maureen character kind of has similar to the Maureen who's like, I don't like to call people like, oh, she's like your cool older sister, but she's like your friend's sister who's like a grade above you, and like she's so cool, but like she's so like she just she knows what to say, knows how it goes, and knows the jokes and all that stuff. I don't mean to be like she's old, because she's not old at all, but that like status level of like your friend's cool older sister who like you just want to hang out in her room.
Well, she also is like effortlessly cool because she doesn't really care. Like she's like annoyed by like general existence of things. Like similar to Michelle Wynn, but in a different way. Michelle is very like, I'm more exclusive. I have the more exclusive thing, or the thing you've never heard about. And Maureen is more like, whatever. I guess I met this person or this thing happened to me, like, but it's no big deal. I don't know why I keep thinking of Daria, like in my head.
Daria had that like nonplussed, very even, and just sort of like cool in the face of everything. She was always smarter than everybody and everything around her. But the thing you're touching on that hits me in particular is that Michelle is more. It's not manufactured, but she's way more concerned with what's cool and what's not. And as soon as something becomes popular, she's done with it because it has to be hip and unique or unique to her and a very small group of people. Whereas Maureen, the cool of Maureen comes out of like, whatever. All I want is, I'm just trying to get this credit. Like, dude, you need me the credit? I don't care about the other stuff. It doesn't matter. There's no need. She doesn't care about how she's being perceived. She just give me the fucking credit.
Yeah.
Can I have it?
And I will still contend, # give Maureen the credits.
Yes.
Give her the
#
credits.
save Maureen.
She's due. She's hanging out with this weird dude. She's got that adorable beagle puppy with her.
Is the dude she's hanging out with, is he a stranger, or is he just, because Cecil said he recognized him, he thought, right?
Yes.
But we don't know. I know we don't know yet, but I don't know yet because I haven't listened ahead. But like,
yes, me neither.
I want to, like, what do we think? You already know though, Meg, right?
If I can remember from when I listened to it 5 years ago. So,
well, I don't know who it could be. Like, if it's somebody he recognizes, it'll be interesting when we find out who it is. But he seems very mysterious.
Man in the tan jacket.
He's a boy, though. Maybe. Maybe.
And it could be boy, just like she's dating. Like you could say that. You could have a 60-year-old woman who's like, I'm dating a boy, and the boy is also 60 years old.
But has Maureen actually acknowledged or referenced him? Like, the only person I thought that's talked about him, because she's always talking directly to Cecil, and he talks about the dog.
Yes.
But they never bring up the dude at all until Cecil talks about the dude, the stranger dude.
And then Maureen's like, yeah, he's whatever. Because I think in the last episode that Maureen was in with him, they're like, is he your boyfriend? And she's like, I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
I think.
Right. But I feel like it's the very like Sixth Sense sort of thing where it's like, were they actually ever referenced to, they just happen to be there or you happen to see them,
Yeah.
But they were never there the whole time.
You just spoiled the Sixth Sense.
Well, we'll figure it out. I'm sure that's going to be the climax of what's going on in this
to be revealed.
Season. So Cecil is like spilling all this confidential information all over the radio waves. And he's like, oh, I'm probably not supposed to say that, but they're not taking us off the air, blah, 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 until all of a sudden they do. And I actually think that the transition to the weather is actually very cool and creepy. And in the end, after we come back from the weather, we realize Cecil just needed a damn vacation. So he was willing to do all this crap to set it up so he could get some stuff done, like have a staycation, basically. Tisk, tisk.
Mm-hmm. He needed a little time to watch Buffy. And I like that in Night Vale, Buffy is a legal procedural show.
Yes. And she smokes cigars with Angel. And I'm like, oh, that'd be interesting if it actually was. I love Buffy. Are you Buffy people? Did you watch it?
I did. I watched it when it was on for first maybe 3 or 4 seasons, and then I fell out of it. And then Joseph and I did a rewatch last year of all of it. So
good. I'm a diehard person. No, I love Buffy. I've also done watched all the Angel spin-off crossover episodes. It's pretty great. I'm a nerd.
I remember seeing the movie in the theater and really enjoying it. And then when the TV show started to be advertised, I was like, I don't need to see a TV show based on a movie I already enjoyed.
Yeah.
Because I already enjoyed the movie. So I've never really watched it. Since then, I've become friends with people who are on it, but I still haven't. It still isn't. I just haven't taken the time to. I'm rewatching The Office right now. Does that count?
No.
Is that in the Buffyverse?
No. No.
Then no, I
but
still haven't seen it anyway.
I think you would actually really enjoy it. And it's a really great watch even now. Like, I have rewatched it with a number of people who were like, oh, I've never seen that show. And I was like, okay, we're starting from episode 1. It's a great show, and you really do get invested in the characters and the world of that show. And I just thinking about if it was a legal show, like I'm trying to blend it with like Law and Order or LA Law or some show like that.
Rizzoli and Isles. Franklin and Bash.
Yeah, I just can't, because Buffy in the show like basically barely graduates from high school. But it's probably because she was fighting so much crime and trying to save people from the Hellmouth.
Yeah.
You know,
Vampers.
I mean, teen troubles, you know?
Yeah.
Lots of teen troubles.
Yeah, doesn't it just make sense that it's such a great example of how the ridiculous and the dramatic is so mundane in Night Vale that he would create a government re-education just to take it like that. That is how he creates a vacation. I love that. It's a good, fun comedic sort of juxtaposition. I also want to call out a specific joke that I kind of enjoy this device that they use, which is in that take your daughter to work day, where it feels like he's just trying to beat the joke over and over again. All right, it's take your daughter to work day. It's put your daughter to work day. I'm going to keep following this thread out to its logical conclusion. You could have had any one of those outside of take your water. You could have take your daughter to work day and then have a ridiculous thing, or you can have a ridiculous play on that and then another ridiculous thing with it. But to have them all in order like that is kind of a fun device that I don't really see in a lot of I can't think of any other comedy property that I watch or listen to that does anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think I could either. I mean, again, my Swiss cheese brain, I don't remember hardly anything. But yeah, I do enjoy like when there's lists of things or you're repeating something and it's like, what is it? Meisner, when you say the same thing over and over
to
each other. It's in that sort of vein, but written like that and being spoken like that. They play a lot with words like that, and that's always really fun when you get to read as a monologue, or they'll play with that sometimes in live shows and whatnot, and you'll just like, and you can riff off that, and it can change the rhythm of how you say it, and it makes it very interesting auditorily to the ear, and makes it varied, even though you're kind of saying the same thing, but with slight variations.
Yes.
It's real fun to read as an actor, basically.
It is. It's that like the rhetorical structure where it's like, oh, you're just giving me, it's like a little bit of a playground for an actor when you see something that has repetition or like that slight change in structure. It's like has a little cheat sheet of be like, oh, this is cluing me into the fact that I'm to have fun with this. So yeah, so this episode so Cecil needs his vacation. He takes his vacation, and then we go to the weather, and then we come back, and there's the music cue that transitions to the weather, and it was like, hello, sound design.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then we come back after a break in time, which I love. I love that for the audience, the perspective is like, well, it's been 2 minutes, it's been a song, but in the world of Night Vale, it's been like several weeks.
Right. I'm also imagining that Cecil somehow his facial hair is different. And
Shorter or longer?
Longer, definitely, like more scruffy. I don't know. I mean, it's probably because I've just known Cecil for as long as I have for 22 years, that I have this image that, of course, that's Cecil Palmer. Some people feel this way. Cecil Palmer and Cecil Baldwin look the same in my brain. You know, I feel like Tamika Flynn looks like me in my brain, and all of our characters look like us, but just like a cartoonized version. That's my mind canon. So when things like this, when they play with time, I'm imagining Cecil Baldwin after he's been in his house being feral for like weeks, and he has the most busheling hair. He's like a hairy man, so he can grow a beard in like an afternoon and a half.
Yep.
So
it's breathtaking.
It's amazing, and it's lush and beautiful, and he's got great beard hair, and he's done all these shapes. If one day I'm gonna go back and like all the pictures I have of him and just do like individual facial hairs, because he's had like a Fu Manchu, a more like leather daddy thing, full winter man beard, scruff,
thin man, like the 40s
the thin
pencil mustache,
you know, things like that, mustache only,
mutton chops. Hasn't he done mutton chops?
Yes, mutton chops. He hasn't quite done chin strap, which I would be bothered by. But yeah, John Waters style mustache. You know, he's done all sorts of things. So I'm imagining actually Cecil Baldwin's immaculate facial hair after being in the house.
Just gone wild.
Yeah, just gone wild. Changing it up, you know?
Yeah.
This may also be a symptom of being in quarantine being in the house for about a year.
We all have long brain beards by now. Our brains have sprouted long beards, long crazy wispy beards.
Very ZZ Top.
Yeah. We all have Dusty Gibbons brain. Just long, bushy. When we talk, it makes a wave. Yeah. There you go. I'm demonstrating it only for my two friends, not for anybody else. But I like that thing when they talk and then the beard is like, I'm alive. I'm alive for just a second.
It's so wispy.
Help me. Save me from this man's chin.
So lots of plot in this episode. Just things are kind of dropped here and there. And it's all starting to come together. It's like we're rolling into what this year looks like. And I can't wait to do it. All right, up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, which was Table Song by Katie Kuffel.
So I really like this song. It had a very gospel-y, but like women working, like a song that you would sing while you're like cleaning something. The table song to me also connotates that thing, like a washing song. Do you know what I mean? Where like they'll be like all at the table and they'll be like, and then they sing a song to keep the time of that.
Right.
But that made me think about that. And I wrote down clap, clap, clap. Because that was very distinct to me as well. And I like the drum circle vibe, and it was a bit tribal. So I really liked all of that. I like the lady voice, Katie Kuffel.
Yeah. It's a good lady voice. Katie Kuffel did a good job. Katie, congratulations on a good song.
Thanks, Katie.
That was enjoyed by all. Or at least two of us so far. I don't want to speak for Meg.
Yeah, no, I like the song. Katie is a Seattle-based singer-songwriter who makes folk music. Also, fine art, I want to say. After exploring Katie's website, there was some artist work as well.
Like visual art?
Visual art, yeah.
Neat.
Yeah.
I love when people have multi-disciplines like that. It just goes to show you that we can all be creative beings in multiple different ways. Like when you find out that really good actors are also like amazing painters or something, and you're like, what? How are you? Or, everybody knows about the actor that has a band. I say that in quotation marks. I'm looking at you, Bruce Willis.
You mean Bruno? The Return of Bruno?
Yeah. Is that the name of his band?
He was Bruno, and his album in '88, which is at the height of, I think it was pre-Die Hard, but the height of Moonlighting.
Yeah.
Was The Return of Bruno, where he covers songs like Under the Boardwalk.
Oh, wow.
And I can't remember the other, but that was like, that was like Seagram's Bruce Willis. That was the other thing. And
yeah.
It was his Chris Gaines. Bruno here's the SAT question. Bruno is to Bruce Willis as Chris Gaines is to Garth Brooks. I gave everybody the answer. You all passed the SAT. You can go to college. Congratulations.
I just think about like all the people that there's that guy who plays Hawkeye in Marvel. Right. Wait, no.
Jeremy Renner.
He's got a band.
Yeah, he's a very talented piano player and singer.
Who else?
Kevin Bacon.
The Bacon Brothers.
Oh,
Keanu Reeves and his band Dog Star.
Yes. Fucking Jared Leto. Friggin' 30 Seconds to Mars. He's a weirdo. I am not a fan of him. He's like a little cult leadery weirdo. But
Does he seem like he would smell real bad?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A shower short for sure.
Yeah.
I will always and forever just think of him fondly as Jordan Catalano, even though that guy was a jerk too. But it is what it is. We have bad crushes when we're youth.
We were made to love Jordan Catalano. Against our will, we were made to love Jordan Catalano. And then
because Claire Danes' acting was so good.
She's so good. And as a result, we all engaged in toxic relationships in our early 20s.
Absolutely.
Thanks, my so-called life.
Who else? But yeah, lots of people have multi-talented. So that's exciting that Katie Cuffle has multiple disciplines. Is she still active?
But let me let's go back to Katie's website. Katie Cuffle.
I wonder if she's related to this guy I went to high school with named Matt Cuffle.
You know what I appreciate about this song is it's called the Table Song. And there's a point in this episode where that Joseph talks about a dog named Table.
Yes.
So, I'm looking at Katie's artwork right now. It's cool.
Oh, nice.
Visual art services, traditional painting, digital illustration, album design, merch design. It's all cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, these are really good. I'm into it. I'm gonna put this link in the chat so you guys can check it out.
Nice. A dog named Table. Oh, that was from the Google part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to make mention of this. Friends, there's so many things before you ask somebody something on the internet. Just try and Google it. Because you might actually find the answer that you're looking for. That has been a lot of my... when I'm responding to somebody, I sometimes want to be like, just Google it, bro. Like, it's not that hard.
I have a website for you.
Let me Google that for you.
Yep. Do you know Let Me Google That for you, Symphony?
I think I've heard of it. Ooh, this is really cool art.
Let me Google that for you. It's great.
Oh, traditional painting. Sorry, go ahead.
Nice.
I used to use that website a little bit when I, with certain coworkers back when I worked an office job. Most of the time they were well-meaning and just didn't know how to use the internet. So I wouldn't throw the let me Google that at them. But if it was like someone who was of my computer skill level asked me a question that was easily answered by Google, I would do the let me Google that for you. For those of you at home, let me Google that for you is a website where you put something into Google and it records it. And so when someone asks you a question like, hey, what are the, what something Googleable that's obvious, like a lot of Night Vale questions like that we get, like, what are your tour dates for 2020? This would be an old question, obviously. You could put that into the let me Google that for you, and then it would send them a link of you Googling and getting the answer.
Yeah.
The video.
And it says, now, was that so hard?
Yeah.
I think doesn't it end with that?
Yeah.
I love it.
The fun thing about when I worked at an office and people would ask me questions that were very easily answered by Google is that they would ask me and then I would Google it and they'd be like, oh, you're so smart. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I am.
So in a way, you got like a weird validation from it?
Yeah.
Great.
They'd be like, you should ask Meg. She's so smart. I'm like, yeah, I'm so smart. I can tell you
look,
when leap year is off the top of my head by typing into my computer when the next leap year is.
Look, I'm not trying to shame anyone. However, certain things you could, if you Google it, and like, I understand that there's a lot of information out there on the internet. So in that respect, things can be confusing, like if there's points of contention. However, certain things like just are pretty simple to Google. So just give that the old college try first.
And if you're just trying to start a conversation with someone, you can probably find a better way to do that than asking them an obvious question that could be answered via Google. I think sometimes people ask questions because they're like, just want to start talking to you. And I'm like, just start talking to me. Don't make me
Agreed.
Do research for you that you could have done yourself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the weather.
We liked it.
We liked it.
We're fans.
We like to hear from Katie Cuffle.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Good.
For something hot and cheesy.
Me too.
Should we dive into a delicious calzone?
Should we jump right into it? I think so.
Yeah, let's do it. Take a bite.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
First up in the calzone, we have Jacob. Jacob writes, hey, Good Morning Night Vale team. I know you are all on episode 66 at the time of me writing this, but I just wanted to send in this fan theory for after 3327 in case I forgot about it by the time that episode rolls around. I was reading the 4th volume of the Night Vale script collections, and in the notes for the season finale, Joseph says that there's a hidden clue to the satanic nature of the beagle puppy in this episode, and I thought that it might be the title itself. The numbers sounded like a Bible verse to me, so I blew an inch of dust off of my copy and looked through it until I found Ezekiel 33:27. As I live, surely those who are in the waste places will fall by the sword, and whoever is in the open field, I will give to the beasts to be devoured, and those who are in the strongholds and in caves will die of pestilence. That part really struck me because of the imagery with beasts and caves, just like the mud caves where the Night Vale residents are trapped. But the verse that comes after 33:27 sounded just like the strangers and the puppy's desire for absolute nothing, and seemingly also functioned as an in-joke with its mention of mountains. And I shall make the land a desolation and a waste, and the pride of her power will cease, and the mountains of Israel will be desolate so that no one will pass through. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there to see if it could be a clue that Joseph was talking about. Sorry that this turned out to be a lot longer than I thought it would be, and also sorry if this has already been talked about widely and I'm just an oblivious heathen. Love Night Vale and your show so much. Thanks to you all for being such amazing artists and people. Keep it weird and have a good cacophonous sunset. Jacob. Wow. Thanks, Jacob. Okay. First of all, I have not read the Bible in many moons. So that's awesome that you even thought of that. And actually, that does make a ton of sense. Like, it's creepy. And Joseph is very fascinated by all sorts of religions, right?
Sure. He's a religious studies major.
Right, that's what I thought. He knows all about all sorts of things. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. What do you guys think?
However, according to Joseph, that is not the reference to the satanic nature of this. This episode, title of this episode, comes from something we'll talk about when we get to the end of the calzone. So we'll go over a little bit more about what the content of this episode is about. And the satanic reference is actually, it's not a Bible verse. I'll give you a hint. It takes place during the Harrison Kipp testimony as a reference, which I did not catch at all. And so it's him either repeating the word appalling over and over again, which has something to do with Satan that Joseph was telling me about that I failed to pay enough attention to and then could not look up later.
Well, let's move on to Patrick then.
I will say that I didn't sleep a lot last night and that my brain is Swiss cheese, but I'll...
Oh, I stayed up too late last night too, and I had this plan I was going to sleep in. You know, one of the advantages of working from home is you can sleep until like 5 minutes before you have to start working. But then my body's like, no, you're going to wake up at the time I tell you to wake up all the time, every time. So you'll just get less sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to stay up to watch the new WandaVision. Patrick writes, hey, y'all. Patrick here, broadcasting to you from the rainbow-colored, rubber-padded depths of the kindergarten otherworld to holler at you for a sec about episode 81 after 3227, just so we can say it every possible way this episode. When former Night Vale radio intern turned vague yet angsty warlord Maureen visits Cecil to claim her college work credits, I noticed that she immediately receives the same stonewalling as Earl Harlan does for his romantic advances. At first I thought, okay, maybe this is just how Cecil chooses to get bitchy with people. He's a high-profile figure in the community, a mentor, sometimes even a boss, so it's understandable that he has methods of keeping others at a professional distance, and yet his responses are so aggressively aloof. I wonder if this avoiding behavior is even a conscious habit. I would posit that Cecil's been re-educated so many times that his mind instinctually flees from things he doesn't want to hear, in addition to things he isn't supposed to know. I know that isn't much of a stretch for Night Vale, but if you're on the fence about my theory, ask yourself, what did Cecil say he was learning at the community college again? It's funny, though. That beagle doesn't seem to have any trouble grabbing Cecil's attention, like no resistance at all. It's probably fine. Lastly, I'm going to hand this back to you guys, MS and H, because this is yet another time travel themed episode. This is yet another time travel themed episode. And y'all love them too. So let's share the fun. Instead of pontificating further, I'd like to raise a few points and hear what, if anything, they spark in you. Point number 1, is it me or is there something funny about the order of events in this episode? Number 2, you think Nick Teller was on that boat? Number 3, my script book as well as my copy of the Faceless Old Woman novel disappeared before I could get a more detailed look at some of these arcs. Coincidence? Excited to hear your thoughts, but until then, y'all stay happy and healthy over there. Patrick. Well, Patrick.
Patrick.
This is a great letter. I wish it had started with, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Because it is so long and so in-depth and so well thought out.
Yes.
Marks to you. Well, I want to address point number 3. That's the only one I'm going to address.
Okay.
Now listen to me. Okay, Patrick? I have your books. And if you want them back, you will Venmo me $5 million, or I will send you little pieces of them in the mail, and you will not be able to reassemble them because I'm very good at making puzzles, very hard puzzles. So how about, what does that spark in you? $5 million into my account? You have 30 minutes.
From when, Hal? From when?
30 minutes. The clock is ticking, Patrick.
He's not.
Do you want to sit and debate this with
weeks.
Symphony, or
are
you going to cough up the dough? You can start a GoFundMe. I don't care how you get the money. You have 30 minutes. And go.
Patrick, thank you for writing in and being very funny. I appreciate it. Number one, yes, I thought there was something because they started with the community calendar. That doesn't usually happen. He just jumped right into it.
29 minutes. Yes, that is true.
It was confusing. Lots of things happen. And
the traffic is weird where it is.
Yes. And Hal did steal your book. All of your books.
I stole both of them. I have both of those friggin' books.
You're also never getting them back. He ate them.
Take a look around and see what else you might be missing, you know?
I'll cough them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I should have liked my new bed.
Made of book pieces. Anyway. All right. This is from the Night Vale Wikipedia. And this is addressing the Nick Teller, NiKola Tesla coincidence.
Okay.
I did not clock this while listening to it at all. But then again, I was raised by the television. So, all right. So, Nick Teller appears to be an alias for the scientist NiKola Tesla. The title references Tesla's death on the 7th of January, 1943, in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel. Yes. Tesla was interested in wireless transmission and claimed to have built wireless energy transmitting weapon. The Tunguska event in 1908 is sometimes claimed to be a test of Tesla's weapon, though the Tunguska event isn't referenced in this episode. It's another event properly ascribed to exotic phenomena, and so it fits well within the Philadelphia experiment story. Or how does Cecil say Philadelphia? Philadelphia. He says it funny. Anyway, NiKola. Philadelphia.
Tesla, Philadelphia in my office in Philadelphia.
My office in Philadelphia.
Tesla is also rumored to have created a free energy generator like the one Nick Teller mentioned, which was supposedly suppressed by governments. Nick's story about the boat that vanishes is a reference to the Philadelphia experiment, an American urban legend of World War II military technology experiment gone horribly wrong. Tesla is not usually linked to the story, which is alleged to have occurred in the fall of 1943, as he had died several months earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's lots of, this is like a
drop in science.
Putting NiKola Tesla into the world of Night Vale through whatever he has created, which I think is...
So long story short, I am smart and I know things.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Well done.
Sanders.
Nailed it.
Thank you so much to the brilliant Symphony Sanders for seeing this episode's the twist coming a mile away. She officially wins, and we will have the award ceremony once we can reconvene in person. Thank you to the audience so much for listening to us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you if you're one of our supporters on Patreon. Thank you if you're not one of our supporters on Patreon, but you still love us and support us emotionally. The next episode we're going to do for you in 2 weeks is Skating Rink, so gear up for that one. But until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning. Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Meg Bashwiner. It is edited and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our fans who submitted their thoughts this week. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com. to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell us how you are celebrating March, Part 2, Return of the March, The Deuce. I'll be celebrating that my pandemic bangs have finally grown out by continuing to stay in my home. This show is powered by our patrons like Ashley Stern, Brian Sullivan, Colibri, Patrick Lusk, and Q Fortier. If you are interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, hyper-cool kid content, like the actual explanation for the rumored satanic reference in this episode, now that I was able to make my brain work long enough to listen to the answer to this question after asking Joseph about it, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale for Satan. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Today's adverb is historically. Historically, women have existed in every month of the year.